Okay, so I've been led to believe that my last video for question 9 kind of cut a little bit short, so here we go again. The question tells you that AB is 1.7, it shows you that, and it tells you that the ratio of the side CD to AB is 1.5 to 1. That basically tells you, that ratio, that CD is 1.5 times longer than AB. So CD is 1.5 times bigger than 1.7. Which gives us 2.55. Okay, so the angle of elevation of C from A is 52. If you have the angle of elevation of C from A, it means from A, looking across, looking horizontally, how much you have to look up so that you're facing C. Now this obviously isn't to scale, because that doesn't look like 52 degrees to me. Calculate the length of BD. So it actually wants this distance down here, but if we can work out this distance along here using this triangle, that's the same thing, so that will give us the answer. Now this triangle, if I kind of redraw that out down here, it's a right angle triangle. And what information do we have? That's terrible, so I'm just going to scribble that bit out. We have the fact that this is 52 degrees. We have that this bit, if up to here is 1.7, but the whole thing is 2.55, this little bit at the top must be the difference between 2.55 and 1.7, which is 0.85. So if I write 0.85 meters on this side, now what we actually want to work out is this distance, because the question says find BD, we want this distance, which is the same as this. So we want this bit along here, which is the bottom side on this diagram. This diagram I'm doing here is just like this top triangle, just pulled over here so we can work on it in a bit of a clearer way. So if I look at this, it's a right angle triangle, so it's either Pythagoras or SOHCAHTOA. There's an angle involved, so we're looking at SOHCAHTOA. This x is in between the right angle and the angle, that's your adjacent. 0.85 is opposite the angle. There's no sign of the hypotenuse, nothing's labelled here, so it's O and A, which means it's tan. So tan of 52 is equal to, it always comes in this order, the opposite over the adjacent. So the opposite over the adjacent. To avoid making any mistakes here, just do this bit by bit, times both sides by x. So you've got that. And then divide both sides by tan 52. People who try and do that in one go end up with like tan 52 over 0.85 and they end up with it the wrong way around. If you do that, you're going to get the answer wrong and you're going to lose marks. So before you put this in your calculator, always make sure that it says a little D at the top. If it says a little R, you're in trouble. That's like an A-level thing. So if it doesn't say a little D, the way to change it is to press Shift and then Mode, which takes you to Set Up. So Shift and then Set Up. Number 3 will make it degrees, which is what you want, and number 4 is what puts the little R at the top, radians. We don't want that, that's not a GCSE thing. So we press 3 for degrees, and that will make sure that there's a little D at the top. It should be like that anyway. If there's a little D at the top, you don't need to worry about any of that. So x is equal to, so this side that we're trying to find is equal to, try to make it so you can see this. Press the fraction button, it's 0.85 divided by tan of 52, so underneath that tan of 52, I hit equals, and it gives me 0.664, and there's other values after that, but because the question says to 3 significant figures, 0.664 meters. Let's just show you. I'm writing it in, 0.664. Let's just read the question through like you always should to make sure we haven't missed anything. Gives us the information, gives us the ratio, gives us the angle. Calculate the length of BD. Well, we've worked out this length, which is the same as BD. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Everything has been covered.